Imagine a place where you can unwind and relax. IKEA can help you turn your bedroom into a calm oasis. From comfy mattresses to the perfect lights, we've got everything to create your dream bedroom so you can sleep like a baby. And the best part? All at incredible prices. Head to IKEA and grab everything you need. Get ready to rest, dream, and wake up feeling refreshed. Shop today at your local store or at ikea-usa.com/sleep-es and get it delivered straight to your door with our convenient delivery services.
So I opened up about my fertility in my newsletter because after 35, Western medicine, they say that your fertility drastically decreases after 35 for whatever reason. And so when I turned 35, I was like, I think I'm gonna get my fertility tested just to see like what's going on. And it didn't come back so great. I burst into tears on the call.
Hi, I'm Crystal Vega.
Hi, I'm Amanda Booz, and this is Elevators Podcast,
where we talk about the peaks and valleys of life's journey, from relationships, entrepreneurships, friendships, you name it, we're talking about it, and even give you a taste of the sizzling social media hot topics of the day, all through the lens of modern womanhood.
That's right, and we have a special show. Well, all shows are special, but this one is special because...
Extra special because
my girl came to Miami and is stopping by our show. We have Alex Hill, who is a self-taught cook. She is a food blogger, content creator. Alex does all of the things, host of Spice Baby, and also has her Food and Feelings newsletter. And she's here, and I am so excited to talk to her with Crystal. We've been talking about getting Alex on the show, so this is gonna be a treat. This is gonna be a real treat.
I like what you did there. It's a treat.
It's gonna be a treat.
I see what you did there.
Thank you.
Welcome,
Very
darling.
happy to be here. I love that intro. It was great. Thank you.
Of course, boo. For you, of course.
Thanks, Bill.
How does it feel to be back in Miami?
Oh my God, I love Miami.
Yeah?
It's like my happy place.
So are you
Whenever I
gonna
get
move
married here. No.
Oh.
If I get married, I'm gonna have my bachelorette here. I'm like, oh my God, I love Miami.
Invite me.
Are you
I wanna
staying in
be
LA
there.
forever? Is that what you're saying?
I don't want to say forever, but I love LA. I don't plan on leaving. So I think it's home for forever.
Yeah?
Forever.
Forever home?
Forever home.
For now.
Are
For
you
now.
from LA?
No, I'm from DC.
Wow.
I'm from DC. I lived in New York for 10 years and then moved to LA.
That's right. That's where we met.
Mm-hmm.
So, like a little background, I've always loved Alex from when we met. We have a mutual friend,
Robbie.
Robert Avery. Shout out to Robert. Love Robert. And he was like, oh, I think we were hanging out somewhere. He was going somewhere. He's like, you got to meet my friend Alex. Your energy was just amazing.
Thank you, girl. So
and
is
it's always like super pure, super genuine.
you.
Like you have such a good heart. So I was like, that's where we first met. You know, in New York, we all partying, going out
girl, let me tell
outside.
you.
That's how we first met. But you have an interesting journey because right now you're a self-taught food content creator, food chef, cook, all of the things.
Yeah.
But you started in marketing.
I
right?
did, yeah. So I went to school, that's how me and Robert met at Hampton University. I went to school for PR and marketing. And when I graduated, food was always like, I've always loved it. I wanted to go to culinary school outside of high school, and my mom said, absolutely fucking not. She was like, no. She was like, I want you to go to a 4-year. If you think about food after, we can like explore it. So I was like, okay. So I went to Hampton, but when I got to New York, I was like, oh my God, I want to be a PR girl. You know that show, PR Girls? I think it was PR Girls. On MTV. Like, I was like, oh my God, I have to be.
Was it when they were working like in fashion?
Yeah,
Actually,
okay.
yes,
I
do remember that.
I think her name was like Kelly, or I forget her name.
I
but
think it was a spinoff of Laguna Beach, right? Or am I thinking of something else?
No, I know what you're
Where
talking
they were
about.
working for Kelly Catrone or something?
Yes.
Okay.
But it was another like PR Girls. But I was like, oh, I'm gonna move to New York. I'm gonna like be in PR and marketing. I loved it, but food was still like deep down like what I'm passionate about. I mean, it's a very long story, but like I started Just Add Hot Sauce in 2017 just to be like, this is just something for myself. I don't know where it's gonna go, but like I just wanna do something for myself. I went to a lot of culinary schools, did not enroll because I was like, I'm not going to pay another $40,000 for school. And I just kept cooking for myself and teaching myself. And so it kind of got me here, obviously.
Definitely.
It's a very long story, but I quit my job in 2020. It's such a long story, but I quit my job in 2021, then everything took off.
I love that. And Just Add Hot Sauce, by the way, is how you find her on social media. How did
Yes.
the name come up, though? Because
Okay.
that's a unique name. I love it.
Okay, so I was at a brunch for my best friend. It was like her 8th birthday, and everyone knows I like spicy food. So my best friend Ash was like, oh my God, Al, look at all this hot sauce, because it was like a Bloody Mary bar or something like that. And she was like, look at all that hot sauce. And I was trying to think of a name for my blog, and I was like, oh, just add hot sauce. I was like, that's cute.
Those are the best names.
And then
those
it
are
just
the best
died.
names that just like pop into your head and you're like, huh. Like we came up with Elevators. We were oh my God.
I wish we were going through
the
about the names we were
ringers.
gonna have. We had so many names.
I do, but I don't want to tell
We
them.
don't
I
want- yeah,
don't
just
want
in
to tell them the
case.
primary, but we had
you guys
so
have
many.
it's a good name.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because like you're elevating
Right. And then we
her,
just
you know, like
Tell
it's
it,
good.
girl.
It's
Tell
good.
it, girl.
I get it.
Come on.
No, and we literally were going through the ringer about it for weeks.
Yeah.
Like, what do we name this podcast? We wanted to feel like this. Like, we wanted to be more about, like, you know, elevating yourself, like luxury, lifestyle, whatever. And then one day Amanda called me. She was like, I got the name.
Yeah.
And I was like,
it
what? And she was like,
happens.
Elevators. I was like, yeah. No, we had
That's
already
how it
had a name for the
happens.
show. And
We
I'm going to
did.
save it
What-
because we might do a
We'll
spin-off
tell
of
you.
Elevators.
We'll tell you
I was like,
off
I gotta know
camera.
your name. Okay.
We'll tell you off camera.
So when
we
Amanda
still
was
love the name,
like-
by the way.
Yes. Still love the name, but we had another name, but
Yeah.
the angle was a little bit different.
Okay.
And then when Amanda was like, it's all Elevators, I was like, yes!
It's a good name. You guys have a good
Thank you.
name.
And here we are.
Yeah, and I feel like
6
I
months
love
later.
I love the name, but I even more love the fact that the guests that we have are just amazing representations
Yeah.
of what we're building and what we're growing to do.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your relationship with food.
Oh.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
By
Girl,
the way, we all love to eat.
Yeah, listen,
We
I
do.
love to eat, I love to cook.
we do. Wait, but before we get into that, where did your passion for food come from? Because I'm Puerto Rican
Yeah.
and Black, and Puerto Ricans, we love to cook. And
Yeah.
same with you, right? Like Haitians, Jamaicans, I mean, Caribbean culture in general, like,
Yeah.
we love to cook. And I feel like that's where my love for food has come. And we love going out to eat, trying
Same.
food.
I also love
Same.
going to her house because she cooks for me too.
Same.
Yeah, I be trying. I be on your page, saving,
thank
save,
you,
save,
girl.
save,
Thank you.
trying that,
Yes.
trying that.
Thank you.
And honestly, because of social media,
Yeah.
I love to cook at home now. Without that, I would be eating out. So where
Yeah.
did your love for food
My
come
mom. My mom's Puerto Rican from Brooklyn. Both my parents are from Brooklyn. And I think everyone says this about their mom, but like when their mom cooks, it's like they're floating in the kitchen. It's like it's so effortless. I would talk to my mom like, Mom, like, you would cook for us after work? And she was like, yeah, I was exhausted. But I was like, everything was just so good. So I would watch her in the kitchen when I was like 10 or 11. And she noticed and she was like, do you want to try like to cook a recipe a weekend? And I was like, yeah. So my first dish ever at 11 was vanilla lime flan. Like,
I'm sorry, what?
I wanted to be a pastry chef.
Oh,
What?
wow.
Like I wanted to be a pastry chef, but then like, cause I'm dyslexic technically in math. So it's very like, in like the conversion of like 1/4, I was like, oh my God, I don't know what the fuck this is. So that's why I went to savory baking or savory cooking, because I just wasn't good with like the conversion. But my mom, she's the best cook. Like my grandfather was a great cook. My dad's a great griller. So like it's all just been in the family for so long. And for me, it's like when you cook for someone, I always say this, you are truly, that's the way to say I love you. Because when
yeah.
you go home to your mom or your dad's house, you're like, are you hungry?
Yes,
That's
it's
the first
so
thing
true.
they
That's the
always
first
ask.
thing
Like,
they
did
say.
you,
That is
are you
so
hungry?
true. Did you
Sit
eat?
down and eat.
I love did you eat in a Caribbean household too? Because like when your parents are upset at you and you guys aren't speaking to each other, did you eat?
They still go ask, did you eat?
Because they would be like, this is my segue to break the ice.
There's
they
food
wanna
on
feed
there's
you.
food on the stove
I'm
for
not
you.
speaking to you, but there's a plate.
Yeah, that's how it always is. I'm just like, when people spend time, energy, and effort into making you feel good through food, like that's love.
Oh my
You know?
God.
I love
And when
that.
I cook, I am very much the type that I'm like, the food's ready, come sit and eat.
Yeah.
Is anybody
Yeah.
else like that?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
once I'm done cooking, after I've done slaved over this stove, you better sit down and eat right now. And my boyfriend be like, give me 20 minutes. No.
No.
Get it while it's hot.
Because I
Yeah.
also hate cold food. So like, I want the food to be hot. Like you eat now. But
Right.
I'm gonna watch your expression of like the reaction of what you cook my food
That's
or
what it
taste
is.
my food. You know,
Like you want to
Yeah.
know how the person, like if they close their eyes, like if they're feeling it, like that's.
And
that's
especially
what it
with
is.
men, they like hunch over, and I'm just like, are you okay? Like, what is happening?
Is it that good?
Right. I'm like, is it good?
But like I said, like I only have started. Well, I like to cook, right?
Yeah.
Like, and obviously we all have to cook to survive at home. But I feel like I have found like a new love for cooking because of social media.
Yeah.
How can people like improve their like passion for cooking at home? Because I know it's hard. It's not that easy.
Yeah, you have to mess up. You have to mess up. Like, that's the thing that I always say. Like, if you mess up, you're going to get more confident cooking even more. Because, like, there's some days where I'm like, oh, shit, that's a little too salty. Or, like, you're like, that's a little too bland. So it's like you're always, like, cooking, the thing is, like, it's like an experiment.
Yeah.
Like, you have to trust yourself. You have to be confident. You have to trust when, like, oh, I think this is done. Or I think the flavor profiles are good. So it's like you have to mess up. I always say mess up a dish, and you'll even improve it later when you make it again.
That's true.
Good.
And
That
you have
gives
to
me hope.
actually practice, because I think some people just fail and they're like, give up. So you have to like practice. So I want to segue on something, because not only is my girl a self-taught cook, she's a baddie. Okay. She is a baddie with a body, okay? And Alex, if you follow her on social media, she posts her workouts. And I was just asking her this off camera, but I'm like, let's talk about having a healthy relationship with food.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us struggle with that, if we're being honest. And then also just maintaining that health and fitness and making sure, because like, we want to eat the pasta, but I want a six-pack. Like, what's the goal? And how,
It's a balance. Like, I just got into working out 2 years ago. Like, I was not, like, my relationship with food, like, I love food and it's my passion, but, like, you can't have carbs every day. And after you turn 30, that metabolism skyrockets. Like, it plummets. So it's like, I think for me, like, I had to get in a mindset of, like, working out is for my mental health. And also, like, yeah, I want to look good, but, like, it's more for my mental health. And also, I've always been thick. I've always had hips. Like, that is not going away. But it's like, I want to maintain that shape. So it's like, you want to work out.
Yeah.
So I may not have carbs every day, but I'm going to have carbs.
But you're not like, you're not picky, like not eating certain things, because if you want to eat it, you're going to eat it kind of thing.
If I want to eat it, I'm going to eat it. But like, so when I was trying to lose like a little bit more weight, I would do like a heavy protein in the morning, like eggs and like bacon or like whatever, and then a carb for lunch, and then no carbs for dinner. Because like, you know, after you turn 30, like it's just the metabolism slows up. So it's like, you want to just make sure like,
yeah, we say that a lot on the show.
Yeah.
Now that we're in our 30s.
I
We're going to get
know.
most that say, now that we're in our 30s, because literally we say that all the time.
I can't believe we're the
It
30-year-olds
is.
now. I'll be honest. I'm like,
And
I feel good though.
I think I'm 36. Is that late? I think
It's like
I'm
mid. That's mid. Yeah.
I think 37 is late 30s. I think.
I think
No, I
38,
think that's
39.
mid. Yeah,
Right?
You're
Yeah.
mid.
So
you're
I'm mid.
mid.
I'm mid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm mid.
And look
Do you
good.
meal prep?
No. No. I
People
don't
are
like
obsessed
to meal
with meal
prep.
prepping.
Okay, here's the thing. So, I don't even like leftovers. Like, I'll do leftovers one day, because, like, you know, the flavors have to, like, settle, and it's, like, really good. But after that, because if you notice, if you meal prep or if you save leftovers, the third day you taste the leftovers, doesn't it taste a little weird? It doesn't taste the same as when you first cooked it. So technically, when whatever dish you cook, bacteria is always going to grow on it, like no matter what. So after 24 hours, bacteria is just constantly growing. So after 3 days, there's even more bacteria. That's why it doesn't taste the same. So it's like, I don't like to meal prep, because it's just like, there's bacteria on it.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, it's not going to taste the same. So it's just like, and I don't want to eat food the same for 5 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So meal prepping for 5 days is kind of like, you got to
Yeah.
only 3 days and then let it go. See, my problem is sometimes I feel like when I'm cooking, whether it's for myself or one other person, I overcook. Like I might cook a whole
Same.
pot of rice when I should have just cooked like half a pot.
Well, also you're Haitian, so like you can't just make like a little pot of rice. Like that's the same in Puerto Rico. Like you can't just
Yeah.
make a small.
Haitians and Jamaicans love
So
rice.
y'all
Yeah.
not reheating your food?
Oh, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the relationship with the
So-
microwave, because she doesn't like the microwave.
I haven't used a microwave in almost 2 years.
I don't like the microwave either. I reheat my food on the stove.
Or the oven.
Yeah.
It just tastes better. When you
yeah.
reheat your food on the stove or the oven, it tastes closer to what it tasted like the first time.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
how do you reheat it without overcooking it?
So okay.
There's gotta be a trick.
A little bit of
depends,
water,
yeah.
a little bit
Okay.
of water, because like the steam will like recook it, but you do it on low heat. You can't just do like you're actually cooking a steak.
Yeah, like
you
on
know?
warmer, like
Yeah.
It also depends what you're reheating. Like
Yeah.
for steak, if I know I'm
I
gonna
won't- yeah, I won't-
reheat steak, I'll undercook it so then when I like re-cook it,
Right, 'cause it's
just
always-
how you want it.
It's always overcooked anyway.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you reheat it.
Yeah, she doesn't touch the
We
microwave.
stovetop mommies.
I don't like the microwave.
Me either.
Yeah. It's a
'Cause
little, it's
Not to get like woo woo, but like you don't know that radioactive shit. That's
No, it's the truth.
You know,
It's really the truth.
so it's
so
good.
And we're not going to know for another 20, 40, 50
Exactly.
years. So.
when they started saying BPA free, I was like, something is off.
Something's
Like,
up.
something is off.
Yeah.
It is all. So how can people like turn up their home cooked meals? And I know you said you have to try and fail. And I
Yeah.
tried and failed the other days. I tried to get Amanda to have my crispy rice tuna.
I loved it.
The fish was good, but I failed like making my rice crispy.
And then I
don't know
showed her
did.
your
What
video
happened?
too.
I don't know.
I thought it was good.
Okay,
I thought it
so
was good.
first you have to have a stocked pantry. Like if you have a stocked pantry, your imagination can run wild in the kitchen. Like everyone's like, and I know as Black people we love garlic powder and onion powder, but we got to get more seasonings than that. Like you have to get like it's the oils, it's the vinegars, it's like the accoutrements to the spices, like fresh cracked black pepper with the mill, not pure ground. You gotta have kosher salt and then finishing salt. So it's like everything
Ooh,
that goes.
there's levels.
There's levels. There's levels. So I think it's all about like.
Get rid of the seasoned salt.
And that also has a lot of sodium, especially with our culture. Like high blood pressure runs really rampant in our culture. So it's like you really have to know. I think as you get older, for me, I have to know what's going inside my body.
Yeah.
Like, and when there's a lot of sodium or anything like that, it's kind of like, oof, like I need to skip that, or I need to actually read the ingredients. But if you have a stocked pantry, like you can make anything.
That's
You
good to
truly
know.
can make anything.
What
That's
what
good.
oil should we be using?
So if you're gonna fry the crispy rice, you want to use avocado oil or any like high cooking oil because it doesn't burn easily. So that's the rice can stay in there a little bit longer because the oil's not gonna burn. But like extra virgin olive oil burns really quickly.
I've been learning that because now I'm noticing too, there's levels to the olive oil. Because
There's
I
levels to the
started seeing
olive
that they
oil.
have like a frying olive oil now, where they have like olive oil that you can cook on like higher temperatures. And it like says on the labels, like, you know, there's the robust one, and then they're like, oh,
Yeah.
there's levels to this.
There's levels. I love Grassa olive oil.
That's in
and
the green-
That's
the
the
green,
green.
okay.
They're really good. Brightland, like that's a really good olive oil. But there's like vegetable oil, peanut oil, and avocado are for frying. Olive oil is for like sauteing.
What oil should people take out of the pantry?
I mean, there's so much. There's so much. But like, what were you gonna say?
I thought you guys were gonna say the canela oil or something.
Oh,
Canela
well, that's
oil.
not great.
Because
But-
that we use that, like Puerto Ricans use that like
Yeah.
it's nobody's business, it's Bible. So I was like, that's controversial if you tell people to
But
take
I
out
mean,
that
there's
oil.
so many oils, like the trans fat that's all in, like,
Yeah.
you just have to make sure, like,
They're all bad.
They're all not
That's
great
true. That's true.
when you're frying it. So it's like, but just
Yeah.
know, if you read the bottle, there's a lot, the oils are fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
that's true.
Yeah.
So I know that we talked about like eating and knowing like what's good to eat to be healthy and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And I know that you recently opened up about like you going to see an OBG about freezing your eggs, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about that, because I think that we should have more conversations like that as we're in our 30s and trying to, want to, have babies. And,
Yeah.
And I know you shared some vitamins and things that people should be considering taking. And I appreciate you being so vulnerable about that as well.
Yeah, oh my God, I'm so nervous about that. But so I opened up about my fertility in my newsletter because after 35, whoever they is, Western medicine, they say that your fertility drastically decreases after 35 for whatever reason. And so when I turned 35, I was like, I think I'm gonna get my fertility tested just to see like what's going on. And I was in a long-term relationship and we ended when I was 33, about to turn 34. And so I was kind of in the mode of like, fuck, like I'm in my mid-30s, I'm single again, like what is happening? So when I turned 35, I was like, I'm gonna get my fertility tested. And it didn't come back so great, and I was shocked, because I was like, I'm half Puerto Rican, I'm supposed to be fertile myrtle. Like, I was like, what?
Stop! I literally just said that to Amanda
Like,
a couple weeks ago.
What was that feeling like when you got the results back? How did you feel?
I burst into tears on the call, because I was just like, so basically they test you. Now, they can't tell you like if you can't have a baby naturally. They test you on your hormone level, which is the AMH, and then your follicle count. So your AMH, and at this point I've heard so much and I feel like I'm a fucking expert. So like your AMH level is like a hormone that releases right before you ovulate. That's what my gyno said is like, it's the hormone that's like, let's make a fucking baby. Like, let's make a baby. So that came back like a little bit low. And then my follicle count are like sacs when you ovulate. So that's like the eggs pop up into the sacs. And that can range from like 14 sacs to 15, and that's normal. And mine came back a little bit lower than that. So when they told me, I was like, what? Like, what do you mean? And I just felt like my body was failing. I was like, I feel like what I'm naturally supposed to do, and kids are so important to me that, like, am I not able to have kids? And then when I finally opened up and wrote my newsletter, so many women DM'd me. They're like, I had the same results, or like, I just had twins. Like, so it's just like, you never know. I felt really by myself. Like, I was just like, I can't believe, like, this is what I'm hearing. But then when I opened up and talked about it, it was like, oh, you're not alone. So so then with that, I decided to like freeze my eggs and go through that whole process.
Yeah, and then I'm sure like the community from your newsletter kind of helped you as you're healing and starting this new journey.
Yeah.
Like that's you need that.
You do. And I think we don't talk, especially as like women of color, we don't talk about egg freezing a lot because it's also really expensive.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, if y'all have jobs that pay for it, do it, because there are so many of my friends that are like, oh yeah, my job will pay for it, and they did it.
When you hear a good idea, it's natural to do a double take. That's what you might do when you hear Discover will automatically double the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with Cashback Match.
Wait, what?
Yup. Double the cash back is something so good, you might do a triple take. It pays to Discover. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
So I'm freezing my eggs in January, and because basically when you freeze your eggs, like you pull the amount of eggs you have for that cycle, or like the most that you have for that cycle, and then they test them to see what are the best eggs to freeze. So because I didn't score really high with my follicle count and AMH levels, I was like, I kind of want to prep my body holistically before I freeze my eggs, because like, since I had a lower score, that doesn't mean I'm going to pull a lot of eggs. So I want the eggs to pull to be of great quality. So I started going to an Eastern medicine doctor, Dr. Jang. She's the fucking best. I love her. And she was really blunt with me. She was like, you're way too stressed. She was like, because in Eastern medicine, they touch your like pulse, and she did a whole body exam. It's kind of TMI, but not TMI. So she touched my breasts in a breast exam, and she was like, your breasts are really lumpy. She was like, you're really emotional. And I was like, oh my God, yeah. I was like, I am emotional. She was like, Alex, she was like, your chi is all off. She was like, you need to like get back to one. So that's what acupuncture does with like egg freezing and fertility. It like synchronizes the body to like act as one. So that's why she's like, you have to work out, you have to eat right, you have to limit your drinking, because your body is just like one. And when you're trying to conceive, and in my case, like freeze eggs, you want your body to just act as one and like not be stressed. And like every like appointment, she's like, how are you feeling? Are you happy? Are you stressed? And like, she'll base the acupuncture, or she'll place the needles where if I'm stressed, she'll put it in my head, because like I overthink, and she always puts it in my ovaries. So it's like, it's great. I love it.
And see, I'm glad you shared that. I haven't heard of like a correlation between acupuncture and like, conceiving or wanting to conceive and doing that. So that's something new. I didn't even know about that.
Yeah. And a lot of women DM'd me. They were like, I started doing acupuncture before I got pregnant. And this one girl was like, I feel like I got pregnant because I was doing acupuncture, because it like opens up your body in a way that I still don't know. But like, it just opens up your body to just like take in all like the goodness. And in that case, I guess the sperm. So,
So is she different from your womb doctor? Did you see like a womb doctor separately?
I saw Dr. Jing, and she is a fertility specialist, but Eastern medicine. And my gyno, I went to her and was like, hey, like, this is what I'm doing. And she signed off on everything. So I wanted to make sure my Western doctor and Eastern doctor were like agreeing. Aligned? Yeah, aligned. Yeah. So it wasn't like, no, what are you doing to your body? Yeah. And she even suggested my OBGYN. She was like, you should do acupuncture. And I was like, oh my God, I've been doing it. She was like, good.
So that's when you knew you were on the right path.
Yeah.
Well, I'm wishing you so much good energy.
Thank you.
Yes, and I can't wait to see a little Alex around.
You know, little Alex chef.
Yes.
So what's the workout regimen? Like, what does that look like for you? Because they said you have to work out, but you've been doing it for 2 years, right?
Yeah.
So, like, does that mean you're lifting weights? Does that mean you're just, like, doing cardio? What is it?
So I strength train with my trainer twice a week, and I can't lift, even though I do a little bit, I can't lift anything over 20 pounds because that affects, there's so many things that affects like your fertility. Like my Eastern doctor did not recommend hot Pilates or hot yoga because if you think about it, it's hot. It's frying your eggs. So that's what I said. I said,
Wow.
oh my God. She was like, no hot yoga, no hot Pilates. So I just do strength training twice a week and then Pilates, regular Pilates 3 times a week.
And you can't do heavy lifting. See, I didn't even realize you can't like do strenuous workouts.
Because I think when you lift,
Oh, the pressure.
I think on your uterus, it's like it's so crazy. It's so crazy.
Ooh,
It's a lot. There's a lot. Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
So I want to talk about your food content creator journey because
Yeah.
anytime I open up Instagram and I see a recipe, I'm inspired and I want to cook. I actually, by the way, cooked her, I think it was the crab pasta.
spaghetti.
The crab spaghetti.
Crab
I was
spaghetti.
like, Alex, mine is not good. She was like, okay, you got to add a little bit more of this and a little more of that. But I love it because you make cooking so fun. And I know that you talked about you leaving your marketing job back in 2020, right?
2021.
2021.
Yeah.
And
I had a
I'm
whole
sure,
panic attack.
I'm
That's
sure
like-
now that you're in the content creator space, there had to be like a partnership where you're like, I'm on the right path. Like, oh my God, I got this partnership. What was that partnership for you?
So I think when I got my cooking show on Tastemade, that's when I was like, I was like, oh my God, like everything I've ever wanted, like it's happening. And I was like, wow, I have a cooking show. I was like, that's weird. I was like, that's crazy. And then Essence Festival.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Because like I worked Essence Festival and you've worked Essence Festival. So it's like working where you used to work. And I worked Essence Festival like 4 years in a row. And then to be back as like participating talent, I was like,
full circle.
It was full circle. I'm getting chills now. Like I was like, damn, like I'm on the right path. Like this is like, I know like cooking is like my passion and my purpose, but just to like be reaffirmed is another feeling.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And I want to encourage our viewers too, because I feel like a lot of the times we have things we're passionate about and we don't always know if we're going to be able to make lucrative money in a business off of our passions, but it's possible. Like if you have something you're passionate about, you want to take a leap of faith, sometimes you just taking that step will open the doors for everything to just fall in place.
I had on my screensaver on my phone, feel the fear and do it anyway for like 2 years straight because I was just terrified. And like, I think once you take the leap of faith, like you said, like doors open up.
Yeah.
Doors open up.
We're going to play on your food and feelings.
Yes.
Your food and feelings newsletter. We're going to play a little game.
Okay.
Let's do it.
We're going to mix a little food with a little feelings.
Okay.
So we're going to give you different scenarios. And the first thing that comes to mind, we want you to tell us what you want to make. So
Okay.
the first thing is you just broke up with your boo.
Oh my God, that just
And you
happened
are
too.
down and out. And you calling your girls. You're like, oh, Crystal, what I'm going to make?
Pasta.
What kind of pasta?
I make a very good carbonara pasta. It's like creamy and cheesy and it has pork. Like it's just a carbonara. I will make a carbonara in a heartbeat.
So what about if you are preparing to speak somewhere for the first time, you're nervous, maybe you're going on an interview, you're feeling a little bit of anxiety. What's your go-to meal to cook at home?
It could be a drink too. It doesn't have to be a food option.
Like like some type of like soup. Like something comforting and like that like will clear your throat. Like something just very like soothing. Probably like a soup. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, that's a good one. You just got a new promotion or
Steak.
checked off.
Steak. Let's make a steak, filet mignon, and New York strip.
How are you going to make it? Tell us.
Ooh, okay. So I'm a medium rare girl, especially at home. So I cook it in olive oil and butter, and then I baste it with butter. So lots of salt and pepper, because steak can take that. And I like each side, depending how thick the steak is, like 4 minutes. And then you have to let your steak rest.
Wait,
Do not cut that steak open.
You're also yelling at me because I cut it right open.
No.
And I'll be like,
Because you have to let the juices redistribute in the steak. So just put your microwave on for 5 minutes.
Oh, y'all using the microwave.
No, timer. See,
got you,
Crystal was
girl.
quick.
I got you.
Timer. 5 minutes.
Okay, wait, we're gonna get into a little bit more of the questions, but I have a question because I just thought of this. And I don't know if this is how I'm wired and I'm trained because my mom is Jamaican and my dad's Haitian. Y'all know this already because I say this all the time. Caribbean background.
Great food.
But we like to season our meats before we cook it. Are you doing that or are you just putting it on and seasoning?
What do you mean?
No, because I feel like I'm noticing a trend now where people with steaks, they like to season it on. Do you do that?
What do you mean?
No. Well, I get what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. You know what it is? I think that Amanda.
Wait,
let me speak for
what?
Amanda. So
I've seen people not season their meat and they season it while they're cooking it. And that's different for me.
yeah, no, I'm not gonna hold you. I've done that.
But do you feel like it still has the flavor? Because my thing is, does it still
Yes, it has a flavor, but it's always gonna have more flavor when you let it sit. And I
Marinate.
also feel like when you let your meat marinate, you don't need to use as much seasoning and sodium and all this stuff. Like when you cook it right on the spot, I feel like you have to use more seasoning. But if you let it marinate, you don't.
So I know I wasn't tripping.
So there's a myth, not a myth, but the only ingredient that is going to penetrate a protein is salt. Pepper, paprika, like any other seasoning, the longer you let it marinate, it just sticks to the protein, the surface. So the longer you marinate it, it will stick to the surface longer. But if like you're in a hurry and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna add it in the pot, it's not gonna stick that long. But salt is the only thing that gets deep down, and salt is the ingredient that brings out flavor.
Did not know that. Learn something new. Y'all learn something new here.
And you know what? But though, like Amanda and I were talking about like this carbone pasta recipe.
Yeah.
And I think just like Caribbean people in general, like we tend to season things
I
like the
season
way
my
we
carbone
always
pasta.
season things.
Yeah.
And like for me, I learned that when I'm trying new dishes, the seasonings have to go with it too.
Yeah.
Like I'm not putting adobo and sazon on everything. So
Yeah.
like when we were making the
Yeah,
carbone pasta,
yeah.
she was like, I feel like this needs more. I'm like, Amanda, no.
Yeah.
You don't need it. Follow the recipe. So like just
But
a little
it's
advice.
hard. We have so much flavor just in our culture in general, so it's hard not to add a little bit.
A little razzle
No,
dazzle.
for sure,
A little
but,
razzle,
but
yeah.
where it's fit. Like
Right,
I'm
sure,
not
right.
putting adobo on my spicy rigatoni.
Right. No.
Stop
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
me.
Let's leave the starting five at home.
Garlic. I'm a garlic salt everything to death too.
We love garlic salt.
A garlic
We
salt.
love
My
garlic
mom
salt.
loves garlic salt. Okay, another food and feeling question is a big brand deal check cleared in the bank. Big
Steak
deal.
again. Steak again.
Okay,
I
you're
make
not a lobster
steak.
girl, huh?
It's the texture for me sometimes.
Really?
Lobster can be really chewy if you don't cook it right.
That's true. Same with shrimp. That's true.
Maybe surf and turf. You know, surf
Okay.
and turf. Yeah.
Okay, how about this one? You just exercise, but you want something tasty yet healthy. Where are you going?
I'll probably make a protein shake.
Really?
A protein shake.
No meal? You can have a meal? Y'all be stressing me out with this workout stuff.
A good like balanced breakfast.
Ooh.
So you
That'd be good.
don't eat after like.
No, yeah, protein shake.
Same.
Y'all killing me. Y'all
Because
not even
you-
a salad.
But the thing is, you can make a protein shake and it tastes good.
It tastes
like,
but
I've had some protein shakes that will taste like I'm on a tropical island. It's all about the
Yeah.
ingredients. It does. I honestly don't taste the protein in my protein shakes. You have to know how to make
No,
it.
no,
Yeah.
I'm not worried about like the protein taste. I'm just saying y'all not gonna put like real food in y'all system
After I
y'all
work out, no. I mean, I'm gonna make a protein shake and then
I wait a little while.
a little
Yeah.
healthy breakfast.
I wait a little
Okay.
while.
Like eggs,
No,
avocado.
no salad for you people working
You know?
out. Just have a protein
You know?
shake.
And the last one is a good one because you're actually in the process of your book just went out, right? Your
Ooh.
book went to the publishers.
Yes, it went to the publishers.
Yes. So you're actually holding this book, and you just received the final copy of
Oh!
your brand new book. What are you cooking?
Okay, I'll make lobster. And steak.
What kind of lobster?
Ooh, like a big ass, big one. A big, like with the head, all of it. I don't want the tail, I want the whole thing.
Yes.
With extra garlic butter.
You are too
I
funny.
love
But can
that.
you talk about the book?
Yes.
Like, tell us what's going on, what's the process, where it came from.
So
like,
the process
walk us
is
through it.
hard. That's what people don't talk about. So first, for any book, you need a literary agent. So, and this is also if you don't want to self-publish, for me, it was just really important. I really wanted like a publisher behind me, but you have to get a literary agent first to believe in you, to be like, hey, I think I like this idea. Let's talk about it. And I went through, I think Adriana ended up being my third one that I talked to. Because sometimes they'll like, this one girl told me, she was interested. And then she said, she was like, I can't keep doing this for free. And I was like, whoa. I was like, what does that mean? And she was like, oh, like I can suggest you to someone like else, but like basically she was like, you don't have a proposal right now, which was fair, which is fair. But hearing that, I was like, ooh, that was a little tough to hear. And then another one was just like, okay. And then like it's almost, well, it's like rejection after rejection after rejection. And so when I finally got to Adriana, I was kind of like,
let's see where this goes.
Let's see.
Yeah.
And I remember we had a call on Monday and she signed me on Thursday. And I was like, oh my God. So it was just like it was very kismet. Like one of her best friends is Puerto Rican. When I was talking about my mom, it was just very much like she understood. So the next step was signing with a literary agent. And then she was like, well, what's your cookbook? And so I was like, I think I have something. So then it's building a proposal off of that.
What does that look like?
Yeah.
You just write. So she asks you questions about like who you are, your cooking style, like why you.
So you got the agent before you wrote the book?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had an idea of what I wanted to cook, but not cook, but write. But like that changed in the midst of talking to my agent. And so you get the agent and then like, okay, what's the cookbook? And it's not just like, oh yeah, these are my recipes. No, it's not like work like that. It's very like why you. Like the numbers behind your social following, like what can you bring to the table? It's a business. Yeah. So that proposal is probably like 20 pages. And that took me from, I think like August to, I just turned it in like last 2 weeks ago. So then the agent takes the proposal, then pitches it to publishers.
Oh, it's a process. So now you're getting shopped around to different publishers, and whichever publisher bites, then the book starts.
And then that takes like a year or two to do.
That's exciting. How do you feel?
I'm nervous.
Yeah?
I'm very nervous. It's almost like my baby is like out in the world, like doing its thing, and I don't know what's happening.
Oh my gosh, that's exciting.
But I believe a great publisher will come through.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so crazy.
Beautiful.
What made you want to go print instead of digital?
I just like that physical copy.
Something about it, right?
It's something, and then like when you turn you know how your mom would cook and like it would have like stains from like the pages of using it so much. I just wanted like a part of me in someone's home. They're like, oh my God, I made this when I got engaged or when I got a promotion, to keep going. I just want you to keep going back to that same book.
Yeah.
You know, so that it was just important for a physical copy.
Now, I love that too. When someone picks up the book, or I know it's kind of hard because you cook so many different things. I've seen you make like vegan dishes. Like you've made so many different beautiful dishes.
Yeah.
What would you say is your absolute favorite, or what do you think is going to be a fan favorite in the book?
I don't know. I want to put crab spaghetti because that's been such like a favorite of people that like, and they've made it for the man, they made it for their mom, like they made it for Thanksgiving. So it's like, I think that is like, I hope that makes the book whenever it comes out. So yeah.
Well, and you put together all these recipes.
All the recipes.
All you.
All the recipes, just like what I think I want to do and like all of that. So yeah.
I love that. Congrats, it's happening.
It's happening,
And when it happens, we got to bring you back on the show.
Sure. But wait, we have another game.
Okay.
Yes.
Don't dance away too quick.
I love the game.
We've got another little game. So, in lieu of Just Add Hot Sauce being here with us, what are 5 unexpected foods that you would put hot sauce on?
Unexpected? Mm-hmm. See, that's the thing. People think because my name is Just Add Hot Sauce, I put hot sauce on everything. I'm like, that's not true. Unexpected.
Or how about we give you some stuff and you tell us whether you'll do it?
Yeah.
Ice cream.
No. But olive oil is going to ice cream.
What if it's like a mango sorbet, like a jalapeno? No? Okay. All right.
Fruit?
I don't like that.
Really?
No.
It's not hot sauce, but I just let her try.
Tahini?
Yes. I love it. And the chamoy.
I have to be in the mood for it.
Pineapple's so good.
How about chocolate?
No.
This one she might.
Popcorn?
Yes. Hot sauce on popcorn is very good. Yeah.
Jalapenos.
I've never tried it.
You gotta have jalapenos.
So good.
Oh,
Fresh
So good.
jalapenos.
Also, this is very weird, but I put jalapenos and goobers in my popcorn.
Chocolate?
The chocolate, it's disgusting to hear, but it's really good.
I'm open to trying that. I need to
Because
try
it's
that.
like
I need to try both. I've never had
and savory and then like a little spicy.
Oh, that'd be good.
It's very strange, but it's good.
That sounds good. Last one is cocktails.
Yes. Love a spicy marg. Give me all the spicy drinks. Anytime
love a spicy marg too.
a spicy drink is on me, I'm like,
It's
give
so
me that.
good. Spicy
So
margaritas
good.
are so good.
I love a spicy
And I don't
marg.
typically like spicy like beverages, but I love a spicy margarita.
Oh, love.
since you are creating all of these recipes from scratch and like, you know, I know you mentioned that the crab spaghetti was a big one for you that people love, but you also made a McDonald's filet
filet
fish,
of fish.
right?
Yeah.
Is that like one of your faves?
It is, and I did a caviar ranch.
Ooh, that sounds
Or not
good
a ranch,
too.
caviar tartar sauce. So it's a little high-low.
Yeah, I
Is
like
there
that.
another like a fast food meal that you would like to recreate at home?
Okay, so the In-N-Out burger, I love In-N-Out. People hate on In-N-Out. You know why?
Same.
It just to me, I'm also a fries girl.
Okay, the fries are gross.
The fries are not
They're
it.
paper.
And I've had it animal style. I've had all the off the menu versions. Every time I go
don't
to
like
LA,
it.
I don't know what it is.
Same.
I'm more of like a, and I don't even know, Five Guys is okay, but I'm more of like that kind of cheeseburger girl.
Okay.
Like on the grill, and I just don't feel like I like
Okay.
In-N-Out too much.
You know what I had that's really good? Whataburger.
I thought you were gonna say White Castle.
Oh, I love White Castle.
White Castle is
And
delicious.
people
I never
are gonna
had
judge
White
me,
Castle.
but maybe
White Castle, because
New
that's
York.
a New York thing.
Yeah,
I love White
I
Castle.
never had White
I love
Castle.
White Castle.
Love.
But yeah, Whataburger. I had that in Texas. It was so good.
That's good. That's
Whataburger
good.
is good. I like
That's
Whataburger.
I was very surprised.
I don't
Yeah.
know about, but you would recreate In-N-Out and In-N-Out burger?
Love an In-N-Out burger.
That might be a good partnership. In-N-Out.
Hey, In-N-Out. I love y'all.
And then lastly, what are some good essentials everyone should have in their kitchen? Like, what does that look like? Is
A
it
knife.
I was literally just telling Crystal, I'm like,
knife.
what knife brand though? Because the way you be cutting up them things, I'm like,
Talk
oh.
to us. What do we need?
Okay,
For real. Like, what
so
tools? Because also, they've been selling these pots everywhere I look, and I don't know what pots to get.
What's
so,
the
like,
right pots?
What's the right pots?
Okay.
Right knives.
So I love Material Kitchen knives. They have great like starter knives for any cook. Like they're very sharp. And the thing with knives, you cannot, if you put them in a dishwasher, see? You cannot put your knives in a dishwasher. The blade will get really dull. So you have to hand wash your knives and then dry immediately.
Spoken like a true chef.
And then a good cutting board.
Not
Wood
a wooden
or
one.
plastic?
Okay, both. Wood.
I've
Okay.
been seeing marble ones now too.
Oh, that's chic. I don't have that. That's
I've been
chic.
seeing marble
So
ones.
plastic for your meats, because the thing with like chicken, it can get in the wood like things. And so you don't want like the chicken in your wood. So use wood for like your vegetables and all that. And then your plastic for your proteins and your raw food.
That.
John
I need to
Boo's
try
is a
marble.
good cutting board. John Boo's.
So we got that. And what about pots?
Okay. So
There's levels to the pots.
There's levels to the pots. So cast iron, just shop in your parents' kitchen. Get the cast iron that they've had forever. Like that's the best one that you're gonna get. Like if your mom, I took my mom's cast iron, but also Lodge cast iron is really good because that comes pre-seasoned. And then Great Jones and Hexclad are my go-tos.
And you can't put soap on a cast iron.
Girl.
Crystal.
No, you put
You
soap.
put oil in it.
I thought you could put soap
Now, see, I
for
knew
the
that.
new ones.
No. That's why she said pre-season. It's-
Pre-season.
The older,
What
the better.
The old,
Because
exactly.
all the ingredients are still in the pot.
Yeah, yeah.
It kind of sounds nasty, but
Am I gonna get sick?
No.
you clean it
No.
with
How do you
oil.
clean it?
Okay,
You wipe
so
it down.
are we running out of time? Okay, this is how you clean a cast iron. So this is how I was taught. So whatever you cook, let's say you're cooking a steak. So you take the steak out, whatever, and all the bits are in shit. So you put water in your cast iron, let that come to a boil. So basically the heat is killing all the bacteria, and you just take your wooden spoon and like scrub all like the shit off, like, and then you empty that out. And I will run once a sponge just around it quickly.
With no soap on it.
No soap, but it will have like residual, but like just really quickly, and then dry it with a paper towel. And then I use Crisco to re-season it.
There you go.
Crisco or like a avocado oil, whatever oil you have, just re-season with oil and just like wipe it again.
I've got a lot of work to do.
It's okay.
But you're so good, sis. Keep inviting me over, please.
See? Exactly.
I believe in you. I believe in you. And when I go to LA, Alex,
Come to LA.
I need to get a dish. I need to get a real dish. No, but this has been so much fun. I'm so happy that you came on to Elevators podcast. We've been talking about getting you on to the show.
Thank you, guys.
And we love the support, and we love to support you.
I know. I always be commenting. I be adding my 2 cents in the comments.
You know, we love it. We appreciate you. So whenever you're in Miami, you're more than welcome to come back on the show.
Also, welcome to come over to my house and cook.
Yes. I got you. I don't have your cooking.
She's talking it up. Come on, bring it down, because she cooks for real. So keep your expectations low.
Stop.
She's good.
When the book comes out, I'll come back here for the book tour.
Let's do it. I
like that.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, make sure you guys are following Alex on all of her social media channels. That is just at Hot Sauce. And we hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.